you.
Some may say, this girl is on fire. Yes. Power, power, power. I'm feeling a theme, y'all. Is there a little bit of a message here today that is resonating? Yes. We are kicking off a new theme, power to the people. And guess what? We're the people. Yes. So as Emma Curtis Hopkins so wisely stated, truth heals. Last month, we explored our relationship with prosperity and abundance and finances. This month, we embark on a healing journey in relationship to this thing called power. So we're going to bravely, courageously confront our current beliefs and experiences with power. And this can be an uncomfortable process because power can be a triggering word, yes? We've all had different experiences with power. However, shedding light on those stories and experiences, illuminating those triggers, and acknowledging how perhaps our understanding and relationship with power may be affecting us in an unhealthy way, we can gain powerful insight into our own inner workings, paving the way for transformation and the opportunity for clean power, known as love and self-empowerment. Yes? So this path of transformation requires being willing to look at the fears, insecurities, traumas that may have distorted and shaped our perception of power. We have the opportunity to take responsibility for any ways we may have misused or denied our own power. And then by facing these truths, the true nature of power as the source within, we initiate a powerful healing process, allowing us to reclaim our authentic power. So it's essential to start from the premise that power is just a word, and power itself is neutral. Just like we talked about last month, that money is neutral. But then we add on all these stories to it and define the meaning, and then we have various experiences of it. So by starting from this place, we can then acknowledge and release any limiting beliefs or negative associations we may have formed around power, and then open ourselves up to embrace power as that force for good in our lives, that dynamic energy that moves and drives and creates the aliveness from which we get to experience this thing called life as a unique divine expression. So the way to and through transformation is first awareness, second, noticing those stories or limiting beliefs, and then third, forgiveness. Forgiveness is a powerful practice in which we can alchemize the negative experiences and stories that we have told ourselves in relationship to anything, really, whether it be power or money, any aspect of our life. Forgiveness is the opportunity to transform the past experiences through our own shift of perspective. Transforming the past and those things that may be holding us back by seeing them as opportunities for growth and moving from the victim mindset to the conscious creator mindset, yes? Through forgiveness, we release the grip of any painful memories and liberate ourselves from the chains of resentment and anger. By forgiving ourselves, we understand that we are human and have likely made mistakes. And we have likely made mistakes in relationship to how we express and handle our own energy and power. So we get to extend awareness and compassion and forgiveness to ourselves, allowing room for growth and self-evolution. And then move into forgiving and reframing our relationship to power in ways that it has perhaps been expressed in the world or in relationship to our lives in an unhealthy way. So we're exploring this idea of clean power, right? We talk about energy and renewable energy and sustainability in the world and our healing of Mother Earth. And there's this idea of what is clean power, clean energy. So we're going to talk about this as this way of standing and owning our own personal power that isn't power over, that isn't power to control another or any outside circumstances, but clean power is merely opening up and allowing the source of the infinite to express through us, to energize us, to allow that ego mind to step aside, because it's truly the human ego mind that feels not good enough, believes in lack and separation, that creates the desire to experience power from a place of filling the void, right? This is where power comes in an unhealthy way, when someone is using power to control or oppress or express power over something in order to fill that void. But what we know is that will never be filled when we come from that place. Clean power is allowing the power of love, 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 love to express through us. But here's the deal. We live in a world where disempowerment is the status quo. And it can be hard sometimes to even see where perhaps we are giving away our agency or our sovereignty. So this is, as I always say, the first step. Awareness is key. To begin to look at and to get curious around ways that you are giving away your personal power. Outsourcing your good to something or someone or some idea out there. Begin to appreciate the moments of clean, clear power when you feel and notice, something within me is guiding me, right? Those are the moments of empowerment and clean energy at use. So get curious and notice, ask to be guided towards those moments, and then hone your focus and begin to appreciate that which feels like yes, I'm in my power, right? Those moments that it's like your heart is guiding you and you are so confident because your faith, as the reading said earlier, is placed in the infinite source within and not something out there. We've been conditioned to focus on what we don't want, right? To always point out what's wrong out there. But here's the deal, y'all. That may sometimes give the ego a little boost of power to say, that's bad, that's wrong, that's wrong, I'm good and right. But our job really is not to point out the wrongdoings of others. In order to be love and to serve humanity, we must begin to focus on what we would like to see. It doesn't mean that we are in denial of the injustice of the world. It just means that when we become aware of that, we quickly focus on the wholeness and the love and the desire to experience a world of equity and peace and harmony and love. Focusing on oneness and love is how we become the alchemist in our own lives, bringing and being that energy of love and letting love be the healer. So, this month, and especially this week as we move into the elections, we will have many opportunities to stand in our power, to stand for love and wholeness and oneness, despite the noise, despite the stories in the news, despite the chaos that is going on out there, with all these stories of how horrible things are, we get to stand in our power and choose love. Again, it's that fine line. We're not denying that there are things out picturing in the world that are unjust and unsustainable and not okay. But we're not giving our power away by just focusing on what's wrong. We are harnessing our power by focusing on what's possible. Yes? And what actually changes the world? Possibility thinking. Love, opening our heart. So I invite you to really set your intention every morning, the next few days especially, to keep your mind's eye focused on what you desire for the world, for the planet, for your community, for humanity. Find the tools very consciously, mindfully knowing that we're walking into a time that it may bring up a lot of chaos and things to be concerned about. But promise yourself that you will not be distracted, that you will not take the bait, but you will stand in your power, the power of love, the one power that is the truth of life. Notice the temptations to bash, perhaps, political parties or politicians. Notice the temptation to talk about how horrible and bad this thing or that thing is. Breathe, pause, and invite in the vibration of love. So I want you to ask you right now, what is one thing that you can do to practice, honoring yourself and that power within of love so that you can stay strong in this time where the world out there is going to look like a lot of people fighting for power and control and what's right and good and bad? to know that something within you knows and is guiding you and leading you, and that is the power of love and oneness and wholeness. So what is something you can do, right? We don't want to walk in the world victims of circumstances. We are conscious creators, so we have to be mindful and kind of preempt, right? Build ourselves up for this time and make some commitments to ourselves. How are you going to honor yourself through self-love and self-care? Because that must come first in order to stand in your power and to be the love. So perhaps you want to make a commitment to more time in meditation, in nature. Schedule in some time to do nothing, for just stillness, going for a walk, hugging a tree. Do a little extra gratitude practice this month. It is November. Invite someone here, a friend or community member, to be an accountability partner and to call or text them every morning with words of affirmation and reminders of truth. And then the next thing that I want to invite you to get curious around is, what are your personal, perhaps unconscious, but we're going to start to shed some light on it now, ways that you are stopping yourself from fully living in your power, right? Are you really prepared to be a powerful being? So what this means is taking full responsibility for your life. Living as a victim in the victim consciousness states of mind means that you can blame others for your upset. It means that you can look out there for circumstances in the world to prove your story of why things are going this way for you. Are you ready to really own your power through the power of forgiveness and responsibility? Truly owning your power means realizing you are the conscious creator of your life. And therein lies your true power, that power that is sourced by the infinite. The infinite source energy cannot flow freely through someone living in a victim consciousness because there's too many energy leaks, right? Think about a jug of water. And this jug of water is open, and it's under a faucet of infinite flow of water, filling up. But if this jug of water had all these punctures in it, the water would just continue to leak out. Same is true for us. When we outsource, when we blame, when we think we need this or this person did that or if that would change, those are all ways that we are puncturing holes in our energy field, in our ability to receive and hold and cultivate and stand and express our power of love. Giving your power away by blaming others for the circumstances in your life is like living like that jug of water, and it will never be filled or fulfilled. So what does it mean to live as a fully empowered being? Not power over or control, but power within. It requires being the conscious creator and taking responsibility for your life and being that stand for love no matter what. So are there ways that you are perhaps sabotaging your desire to live in power? Maybe because of fear, Maybe you're afraid of what that power might actually feel like, or what are you capable of handling that amount of energy, right? We have to kind of get comfortable with that. Are you perhaps unconsciously holding yourself back from being in your full power because you know that that then means that you're going to start being held accountable? Are you afraid to be seen? Are you afraid of this power within? That if you knew you were really always at choice, that you can create the life you desire? Because the ego would definitely love just to stay safe and comfortable in that status quo of blame and shame. But we are here with the awareness and the opportunity to stand as love and allow that infinite power within to shine forth in all that we do. And it's important to do the work, maybe with a spiritual practitioner, with a friend, do some journaling, to explore your ideas about the misuse of power. Because, of course, if we have experienced the misuse of power, why would we then want to claim and own something that we feel or know is bad? Just like we talked about, if we are to judge those with money, why then would the universe say, yes, here's bukus of money, when we have a subconscious belief that that is bad or wrong, or the root of all evil, or all these things, right? Same as with power. So if we have the definition of power as being something that is around control and ego-based, the opportunity this month is to redefine power for yourself in a way that is aligned purely with love and oneness and harmony and energy and aliveness, so that we no longer subconsciously distance ourselves from the very thing we desire because we have judgments about it. Then we're just living like a ping pong within our own consciousness. I want this, but I believe this, but I want this, but I believe this. And we never actually grow or go anywhere. Healing our relationship with power creates a foundation for us to use in expressing our power. We have to get clear. Take time to do the work to be aware of your thoughts and feelings and beliefs about power, and then redefine for you what clean power looks like and feels like. And notice those moments in your life where you feel like, yeah, I was really in my power in that moment. Focus on that. Visualize that. Embody that energy. And it's through this introspection that we pave the way for a healing journey that liberates us from the burdens of the past and enables us to respond to life's challenges from our higher self, from that place of love. So, number one, notice the beliefs that no longer serve you. Do that work around the word power. And then begin to redefine power. Perhaps there's an opportunity to do some forgiveness work for yourself or others. Spend time cultivating that vision of personal power in meditation and in moments of contemplation. And then the last step is to put it in practice through self-care, listening to your body, making sure you have a full body yes before you agree to anything. Notice where your energy leaks may be, where you may be outsourcing your power, and then embody your power by not giving away to the chaos of the noise, especially during this time of election and the transfer of power out there. How can we be the love? Take a stand for love and peace and oneness and own your personal power. Let your voice be heard from a place of clear resonance, like that bell that just rings true. not from a place of forcing or needing to be heard or validated, but a clear resonance that cuts through the noise and the chaos. And you have a very practical way this week to express your power by honoring your right to choose through voting and participating in our democracy. Taking responsibility for the healing of our nation and our world, not from a place of needing to save the world. Ooh, that's too much. We can take that burden off our shoulders. But from a place of clarity and power and standing for what you believe, and then letting that be known through your vote. And when tempted by the news and the chaos and the stories out there, pause, breathe, practice restraint, go within, and know that you are love. You are sourced by the infinite. And there is no thing outside of you that can disturb that peace of mind. Turn within and nurture that love and that presence within. That is the one power, that is love, that is God, that is life itself, that is the source of all power and the very essence of our own being. Are you ready? Okay, well, let's pray it up and then walk with love and clarity into this week. Yes, breathing into this now moment. Notice the energy in your body. Perhaps there is a swirling sensation that begins in the center of your being. Imagine this energy moving up from your core, from your root, into your heart, and beginning to dance with the vibration of love in your heart. And then allow that vibration of love to move up into your throat, that place where you get to put voice and express your love and your power through that clear resonance of who you are here to be. And allowing this love, this energy to move up all the way into the top of your head, that which we call the crown chakra, opening that energy to source and allowing the beautiful love and light, that sparkly energy, to come down and rain upon you. As your feet and root remain grounded deep into the core of Mother Earth, your arms, your branches, your wings outstretched to receive the fullness of life itself. Knowing that love and only love is real. Everything else is an illusion, a distraction. So this day, I choose to recognize love and only love, to know that it is the very source of my being. So I choose this day to recognize who I am, to claim my power through embodying love itself. And allowing that to express so freely through me as clarity, moving forward towards the vision of possibility, which my heart knows and yearns for. Therefore, there must be a vibrational match already in the field of infinite possibility that my heart is yearning to become one with. By aligning my vibration, that resonance, becoming the one. I walk into this week as a fully empowered being, knowing that everything is unfolding for the highest good. I surrender now to the one power of love, of God, of Spirit itself, knowing that I am here to be that vessel and that channel for Spirit. Yet, I take the burden off my shoulders to be the one to heal the world, to fix something out there. And instead, I embrace the power of love and wholeness and oneness that I am, and know that Spirit within does the work. And I remain open and curious as to what is mine to do in each now moment, and I do it. I stay confident in the faith that everything is unfolding perfectly as I listen to my inner guidance to know what is mine to do and what is my sacred no. Standing firmly in my empowered yes and firmly in my sacred no. How good it is to know that I am never alone. This is not mine to do alone. I get to surrender to the power within that is love, that is always leading the way. I get to hold the hands of my spiritual community, my siblings, for love, and lead the way as love and light. It is already done in the mind of God. And for that, I am grateful. So I say yes. I say yes to knowing that love is having its way right here, right now, that a healing is happening now, that transformation is happening now upon this planet, upon humanity on earth right here, right now, that we are being lifted up to a higher vibration of all that we are and all that is possible when love leads the way. So anything unlike this vibration of truth and love dissolves back to the nothingness from which it came. There literally is no resonance for that on this planet anymore, and therefore lack and limitation and greed and doubt and fear and suffering are no thing, for love is what is real. Love is who I am. And this is the world I am creating. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for showing me the way. So I release this word into the action of the law that always says, yes, my beloved, yes, I got you. It is done, and it is so. And together we say, and so it is. So it is.